Before I start the video, I would like to give a massive shout out to my Patreons who have been supporting my channel. If you would like to check out my Patreon and receive early access to some very exciting videos coming soon, then please click the link in the description below. Hello there, and welcome back to the Nerd Den here once again, and in today's video I am going to be talking about another Doctor Who theory, and this one is a little bit out there. And this is to do with the 60 specials, or maybe a Big Finish box set, or maybe some other source material that could end up happening in the future. You know, like a comic, a book, who knows. But it is to do with the 14th Doctor, and it is something that I have seen on the internet before. But I did touch upon it on my Twitter yesterday, and I feel like it would be cool to do a video to expand upon my theory. And this is to do with River Song meeting the 14th Doctor, which I feel like would be really cool to see in the specials. And River Song is a character which I've kind of had start to grow on me recently, especially as I've been rewatching a lot of Series 6, and yeah, I'm really starting to love the character, and it would be nice to see the character return without taking away the impact of her last episode, which was the husband of River Song. So let me get into the video and talk about why I think this should happen. So, on my Twitter yesterday, I said, all I'm saying is River Song met the 14th Doctor at some point, 60th specials, please, and that's why she thought Tennant's Doctor in the Silence in the Library would have recognised her. So, what I'm trying to say here is that there is a bit of dialogue in the Silence in the Library episode where, you know, she says, oh, blimey, this is like the youngest I've ever met you, and she makes a comment about the eyes. I probably have quoted her wrong there, but it was along those lines. And the fact that she automatically assumes that that incarnation of the Doctor, aka Tennant's Doctor, would have knowledge of her, does show that, yeah, she has met Tennant's Doctor before. But obviously, it's not the 10th Doctor. So what I'm trying to say is that it is very likely, or well, I'll say very likely, my theory is that I think that the Doctor which River assumes that the Doctor in the Silence of the Library is the 14th Doctor. She meets Tennant during that time where he comes back as the Doctor for an unknown period of time. And it would be cool to see River meet the Doctor, who would essentially be the oldest Doctor in the timeline, the latest Doctor. Maybe in the 60th specials, you know, maybe they bump into each other or something. Maybe in the Wild Blue Yonder, it would be pretty cool. And during that period, so the Doctor knows everything in the timeline. Maybe the Doctor is actually able to read River Song's diary in full because he's had every encounter with River, and this is essentially just like the epilogue for their journeys together. And River could also be, you know, in her timeline, it could be just before her death, so maybe just before she goes to the library, just after she's left the Singing Towers of Darillium. So that would essentially, you know, make these characters pretty much in sync with each other, which would be really cool and a first for the show. And I just want to get this one out of the way as well. I know people have said that, oh yeah, Big Finish did this and that and all that stuff, but honestly, Doctor Who canon, especially when it comes to the TV show and Big Finish, they always contradict each other. So I feel like, yeah, if they do end up doing something like this, maybe for the 60th specials, or maybe down the line when the 14th Doctor reappears, again, I'm getting ahead of myself here, but whatever we see on screen does seem to be the definitive version of events. So like with Ace, you know, she's a companion that's had multiple exits, so perhaps with, you know, the reappearance of River in the series, maybe meeting the 14th Doctor and proving this theory right, it would mean that, this is the actual reason why in the Silence of the Library, River thought that the 10th Doctor was the 14th Doctor. So, who knows though, this is just a theory, but I feel like it would be a really cool one to see happen, and who knows, it could end up being true. But with that being said, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. If you are new around here, please click that like button and subscribe for more nerdy content, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye for now.